Something strange is happening in the Pi network community, something that might just shift the entire course of where Pi heads next. While Bitcoin and other altcoins are flying high in the current crypto bull run, Pi coin seems to be standing still, or worse, sliding backwards. But why is that happening, and what could it mean for you and your Pi? Today's video dives deep into the growing concerns that might be holding Pi back, from insider sell-offs to centralization whispers, massive token unlocks, and suspicious wallet activity. We're not just talking about price dips. We're talking about what could make or break Pi's future in the eyes of the entire crypto space. But here's the question of the day. Do you think Pi network can recover from this bearish pressure and regain momentum in this bull run, or is it destined to miss out completely while others ride the wave? Drop your answer in the comments, and don't forget to catch up with our previous videos for the latest updates on the Pi network mainnet launch, ecosystem growth, and more. The link is right there in the description. Also, I want every proud pioneer watching this to do two things right now. Comment Pi network to the moon, and shout out your country in the comments. Let's see where the global Pi family is tuning in from. And before we dive into this deep analysis, show us some love by smashing that like button, sharing this video with your Pi network circles, and hitting that subscribe button so we can keep bringing you the most relevant and real Pi network updates. Don't forget to join our Telegram and Facebook communities too, links below. And remember, this video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Nothing here is financial advice. Let's get started. So let's get into it. While the crypto market is exploding with bullish momentum, Bitcoin making new highs, altcoins showing double-digit growth, our beloved Pi coin is walking a very different path. Instead of riding the wave like the rest of the market, Pi has been slipping. Just recently, it dropped from $1.66 to around 81 cents. That's more than just a small correction. It's a dramatic fall, and it's got the community talking. And here's the twist. This dip is happening at a time when things should be looking up. The Pi core team just announced a $100 million Pi Network Ventures initiative. That's right, $100 million being pumped into startups building on Pi. It's the kind of news that normally gets investors hyped. But the market response? Not exactly what you'd expect. Instead of spiking, the price fell further and concerns started bubbling to the surface. Why? Well, it's not just one reason. It's a cocktail of complications that could be undermining all the positive momentum the Pi ecosystem is trying to build. Let's start with the elephant in the room: insider activity. According to reputable blockchain analysts like Dr. Altcoin, there are signs that wallets linked to the Pi Foundation are moving huge amounts of tokens, millions at a time. One particular transfer caught attention. 1.4 million Pi tokens were moved from a 4-year-old wallet to a newly created one, then dumped on gate.io, one of the few exchanges where Pi is even listed. This isn't just a one-off event either. More of these movements are being detected through PIScan, and they're triggering red flags across the community. People are starting to ask, who's selling, why now? And why aren't we seeing transparency from the Pi core team? Now this brings us to the next major concern: centralization. It's no secret that Pi Foundation-controlled wallets are sitting on more than 90 billion tokens. That's a staggering number. In a decentralized world, this kind of control raises serious alarm bells. Because if just a few entities have the power to crash or pump the market at will, is the network really decentralized? Or are we just trusting a centralized authority wearing a decentralized mask? And while these tokens sit in large wallets, more coins are being unlocked every single day. Let that sink in. Over 110 million Pi tokens are being released into circulation this month alone. Next month, a whopping 254 million. And July? Another 233 million. In total, more than 1.5 billion Pi coins are expected to hit the market over the next 12 months. What does that mean for price? Well, unless demand grows faster than supply, this flood of new tokens could dilute the value of every Pi coin already in circulation. Basic supply and demand. More supply with weak demand equals price pressure, usually downward. All of this is happening while major crypto exchanges like Binance and Coinbase still haven't listed Pi. And while some unofficial versions of Pi are being traded, the lack of a unified, officially recognized listing on top-tier platforms is keeping many investors on the sidelines. They're watching, waiting, and wondering if Pi is ready to play with the big leagues, or if it's still stuck in its own echo chamber. Now let's talk price action, because the charts are telling their own story. Technical analysis shows a classic bearish flag formation. For those of you who aren't deep into chart patterns, a bearish flag is basically the market's way of saying, I'm not done falling yet. We saw a sharp drop between May 12th and May 17th. This is the flagpole. Since then, the price has been moving sideways within a narrow range. This is the flag. And if history is any guide, once this pattern breaks, we could see a further drop. The next levels to watch, around 65 cents and potentially down to 55 cents. That's pretty significant if you're holding bags of pie, hoping for liftoff. But is it all doom and gloom? Not necessarily. Let's zoom out for a second. Concerns about insider activity, token unlocks, and centralization within Pi network are valid and must be addressed transparently by the core team, but the recent launch of a $100 million investment arm signals a serious long-term vision focused on real-world utility. If these investments succeed, they could boost demand for Pi, but timing is critical. With the current bull run drawing intense attention, missing this opportunity could mean waiting another full cycle to regain momentum. What Pi Network needs most right now is confidence. Confidence from the community, developers, exchanges, and investors. And that begins with clear, open communication. We need to know, what is the Pi core team doing to resolve these issues? Are the massive token holdings going to be regulated? Will there be real decentralization moving forward? And when will major exchanges finally come on board? Until those questions are answered, Pi's price may continue to struggle, even while the rest of the market thrives. So, what can you do as a pioneer? Stay informed, stay vocal, demand clarity. Because the truth is, you are the network. Your activity, your belief, your participation, these are what make Pi valuable. And if the core team wants to unlock the next phase of growth, they need to bring the community into the fold, not leave them in the dark. We'll continue tracking every update, every move, and every whisper around the Pi network. So if you haven't subscribed yet, now's the time. This channel is your Pi radar, your real-time pulse on everything happening in this ecosystem. So, to sum everything up, Pi network is currently facing major turbulence despite the bullish crypto environment. With token sell-offs linked to insider wallets, massive daily unlocks adding supply pressure, and concerns about centralization, the price is struggling. And while the Pi Network Ventures Fund is a step in the right direction, it might not be enough to counteract the short-term headwinds unless there's serious action from the core team. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to keep getting raw, unfiltered insights into Pi Network developments, make sure to like this video, share it with your fellow pioneers, and hit that subscribe button. Your support helps us keep these updates coming. Now here's today's question again. Do you think Pi can still catch the crypto bull run, or is it too late? Drop your answer in the comments. And if you've got any thoughts, suggestions, or questions, leave them below as well. We're building this community together. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.